This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. The congressional panel investigating U.S. Capitol riot have issued a subpoena to former President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. The House of Representatives committee demanded Mr. Giuliani and 3 others hand over documents. The White House has warned that Russia is ready to attack Ukraine at any point. In this regard, Secretary of State Antony Blinken is scheduled to meet Russian Foreign Minister on Friday in Geneva to find common ground where Russia can be persuaded. United Kingdom has asked to nab Indian Army Chief and Indian Home Minister over Kashmir war crimes. A Lynn-based law firm has submitted extensive evidence to the Metropolitan Police's War Crimes Unit documenting how Indian troops headed by Army Chief and Home Affairs Minister Amit Shah are responsible for the torture, kidnapping and killing of journalists and civilians in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. U.S. prosecutors have charged 3 policemen with an 8-year-old girl's death. The officers opened fire on a vehicle outside a high school football game near Philadelphia in 2021 after hearing gunshots a block away. Israel has offered security and intelligence support to the United Arab Emirates against further drone attacks. The statement comes after a deadly strike by Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthi group. Kabul University professor has launched bread distribution. At least 75 families in 7 districts of the capital will receive daily naan rations for a month. 3 Muslim students in India prohibited from entering classroom for wearing headscarf. College administration said students defying rules since hijab is not part of the uniform, while students say they have maintained a defiant stance. At least 3 naval personnel died and several others injured in a blast onboard Indian Navy warship Ranveer at the Mumbai. A board of inquiry has been ordered to investigate into the cause. Saudi Arabia has warned that anyone spreading baseless rumors on social media could face up to 5 years in prison and a huge fine. It comes after a cancelled concert in Riyadh led to reports online of harassing women there. The Gates Foundation and British charity Welcome have joined hands to raise $300 million in funds in the fight against COVID-19. The fund will use for the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccines among the developing countries. Hong Kong warned people not to kiss pets. Authorities plan to euthanize 2,000 small animals, including all hamsters in pet shops. Officials find 11 hamsters from a pet store tested positive for COVID-19. Up next, we have the national updates. Prime Minister Imran Khan telephoned Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces to condemn the terrorist attack by Houthi militia in United Arab Emirates. The Prime Minister affirmed Pakistan's solidarity with the UAE. The family of Dr. Afia Siddiqui has condemned the hostage-taking incident that took place inside a Texas synagogue. Dr. Afia's family members said that they had nothing to do with the actions of British national Malik Faisal Akram, who had been running a campaign to free her sister from American imprisonment. Security forces gunned down 2 terrorists during an operation in Thal area of North Waziristan district. Huge cache of weapons and ammunition was also recovered from the killed terrorists. Senior PMLN leader Shahid Khaqan Abbasi hits back at Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry for statement on PMLN leadership. In response, his claim that 4 PMLN leaders are hell-bent on removing Nawaz Sharif from the party, Abbasi said Fawad Chaudhry is just trying to seek attention by issuing statements. PMLN Vice President Maryam Nawaz said that fall of PTI government matter of days. Talking to journalists outside the Islamabad High Court, she further added that the mechanism to change the government will soon be revealed before the people. A passenger train has been derailed after a bomb blast on track near Sipi. At least 6 passengers aboard Rawalpindi-bound Jafar Express were injured when 4 bogies derailed. The blast disrupted rail services between Quetta and other parts of the country. A well-known broadcaster and radio icon, Yavar Mehdi, has passed away in Karachi. Mehdi established a name for himself in the political, academic and literary circles and was battling a chronic illness. Sara Gill from Karachi has made the history by becoming the first transgender doctor of Pakistan. 23-year-old graduate from Karachi University asked the transgender community to not lose hope. Chief Minister Punjab Usman Buzdar leaves behind all chief ministers in performance survey. In the Institute for Public Opinion Research survey, 51% respondents from Punjab expressed satisfaction with CM Buzdar, while people are least satisfied with Chief Minister Sindh Murad Ali Shah's performance. An agreement has reached between local businessmen of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and newly appointed Consul General of Afghanistan in Peshawar to remove hindrances in mutual trade and transit trade. Afghan officials were briefed about the problems being faced by businessmen of both the countries.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.
Up next, we have the health updates. Pakistani health officials have announced the completion of a successful clinical trials of Chinese traditional herbal medicine for treating COVID-19. The herbal medicine is already being used in treatment of COVID-19 patients in China. A new research found that school closures are affecting children's mental and academic health worldwide. Due to school closures and social lockdown, kids experience both mental and physical health problems: anxiety, depression, lower physical activity, food insecurity, and school disengagement. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. NASA has stated that a giant asteroid which is larger than any building on Earth will pass by Earth today. According to astronomers, asteroid will not pose threat to Earth. Up next, we have the sports updates. Pakistan's young fast bowler Mohammad Hasnain is set to undergo a test for his bowling action. He is allowed to bowl until the results of his testing come out. The test result could take up to 14 days. Pakistani star boxer Mohammad Wasim said that the president of the Pakistan Boxing Federation used to blackmail him. Wasim accused that president of the Pakistan Boxing Federation demand a bribe of 20% of his earnings if he wanted to boxing fight. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Marvel Studios has finally unveiled the first trailer of its newest superhero series titled Moon Knight. Hollywood actor Oscar Isaac is the new superhero in the series. Moon Knight will be releasing on March 30th this year. Bollywood actor Deepika Padukone will not be using a body double in movie Pathaan and will be performing her own stunts. She will be starring alongside megastar Shah Rukh Khan. 555.55 carat black diamond has landed in auction house, South Base, Dubai. The Enigma is a rare gem for which experts said the black diamond is likely from outer space. Up next, we have the business updates. Brent crude prices hit their highest level in more than 7 years. The contract hit 86.84 in Asian trade. Brent crude futures rose 85 cents to $87.33 a barrel. Pakistan's textile and garment exports climbed by 26% in the first half of the current fiscal year. With $9.38 billion of business, textile exports contributed to the country's overall export growth.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.